welcome to the Red Room. Today we are back to playing the victims.
As always. Okay, so
I prefer to say that we looked into the abyss of Reddit, but
yes,
okay, go carry on with the important stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after we give the update.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we mentioned in the last video, there was an ad placed at Questing Beast that had some strange reactions. Well, not expected reactions from the cancel mob.
But still strange.
And yeah, still strange for people who are normal. So at first the Questing Beast guy, Ben something, he closed the comments, then he opened the comments again, then the woke people came back, and then I think he closed them again and deleted a few comments. Eventually he had the need to ask for forgiveness, and then I asked him for a refund. Luckily he decided to put his mouth on where his virtue signaling is, and he did refund us. So
Put his
it
money
all ends well, I guess.
Yes.
I guess it all ends well. But there are some other things, because obviously these things can never be just on one social media. They have to go other places. And so this little story ended up on the worst cesspool in the internet. I think it's the worst cesspool. There may be worse, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Blue Sky is worse, but I don't know.
Perhaps.
Or will be worse one day.
So we're talking about Reddit.
Yes.
So someone pointed out that there was sorry?
No, sorry. Carry on.
So there was a Reddit thread about this, and that's what we're going to talk about today, especially because there was a special someone that was posting on that thread. Yes, we love you. We love you, Mr. Orlando. We'll explain who he is after this. So let's start by sharing the screen and showing you.
Someone told us that it was on Reddit, well, in Discord, and I made the error to look into it.
Yes.
And then I told Miguel, don't look into this thread.
But you cannot say that to me.
Yes, I know.
I immediately got in there and I answered a few people here, but
That is a mistake. Didn't you feel dirty? I never feel compelled to post
a
in
bit,
Reddit.
but I didn't. I just I gave them the replies and then I left. Okay, so the question is, what is the Red Room? And the guy, whoever it is, he has a very interesting name. Watching the latest Questing Beast video and are in the comments winging at people. What's their deal? Well, actually, we weren't, but anyway, that's their point of view.
Yeah. I mean, even if Ben agreed with their politics, having a sponsor in your comments starting fights with your regular views is probably not what you want. But what fights?
Okay. So let's put this into perspective. What they mean about picking fights or starting fights is that I went there. They were calling us bigots, hateful
Bad people,
reactionaries,
something
and I
like
said,
that.
okay, so why are we hateful bigots or hateful reactionaries? Can you provide an explanation? And the only person that answered with another question or something like that. So, and there was a small chat with that one, and with another one, but that was it. That was basically it. But their fertile imaginations came up with stories that never existed, which is, well, that's what they do all the time. So
That's Reddit.
yeah. But what they are saying here is not really different from what they were saying in the comments in the YouTube channel. So maybe some of these guys are probably the same. I don't know.
Yeah, he just found this thread and started again. Dude is a PR nightmare.
Yeah. They probably think this is a company or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He just wants to say something. There's another one that says, was wondering why there was a Twin Peaks reference as a topic, but apparently this is something quite different. Well, it is a Twin Peaks reference, but not in... then these guys, obviously, they start mentioning other people. There's also a couple of guys called Black Lodge Games who people say are very right-wing. I haven't watched their videos, though, so I don't know if they are. So let's just accuse them of being right-wingers. And, well, I don't know, but I've heard about it. So, okay. There's another one that says they are not. They just had the critical role crawl. But then comes another one and says, nah, if you actually start watching their videos beyond the thumbnail, they pretty quickly become right-wing weirdos.
Well, they are weirdos, that is for sure. But
What did they say? No,
yeah,
okay. They never explain why they are right-wing weirdos.
yeah, they just are.
Okay, no, this was a few days ago that this guy
That's yeah. According to
and
Ben,
now lock comments.
requested a refund. There's
Oh, yeah.
that here.
Okay, this part is true. He did delete a ton of comments, and or he deleted or people deleted because he left some of them in there. I don't know why. I noticed that there was one of those strange things where I seemed to be having a conversation with myself. It was that guy that was answering with questions, and then well, I just deleted mine. They made no sense. So I don't know if he removed them or
Yeah,
if the
maybe it wasn't question based. Maybe it was.
yeah, maybe it was the guy that removed them, or I don't know why, but perhaps. And there's a guy that says Ben's a coward with no integrity. Yes,
I
he
like
is because
I really want to like Ben. I've enjoyed a lot of his content. That being said, he really seems like he's doing everything he can in quiet support to the worst elements of the community. Here is again the community and the element and the bad element of the community. Yeah.
And there's a guy that says what really kills me is the creators of Reach of the Roach God, which were the guys.
The book.
The book that he was reviewing. Are the last people who would have wanted their product tied to and oversized by the sponsor. Oh, they are woke. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but the game doesn't exist anymore, and they
Yeah.
separated. Everybody was saying.
Another one saying, yeah, the sponsor openly insulting viewers in the comments as well. I
Asking
never
why am I
insulted
hateful?
anyone. Well, I understand that in these people's perspective, or I mean the cancel peaks, you have only two possible actions. You just never appear again, you disappear from social media, or you appear and say that you are very sorry, you're going to try to do better and all that bullshit, and then they will insult you even more. Saying, okay, so what's the deal? Why am I a Nazi? Well, that's
There's something a
insulting
Nazi would
people.
ask. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Only a Nazi would ask why am I a Nazi.
Yeah. I laughed at one neo-Nazi game
Me a
publisher.
Nazi game publisher. They make some AI slop, always the words AI slop, and they are very mad. They can trick anyone into buying it. No, actually no, but anyway, that's fuck D&D Nazis. We are not D&D Nazis.
We're not Nazis and they're not D&D. Yeah.
If I were a Nazi, I wouldn't be a D&D. I would probably be a grammar Nazi or a soup
You are a
Nazi.
grammar Nazi.
Okay, in Portuguese, not in English.
Yes.
Okay, so we are butthurt about everyone calling them out. Yeah, on fake accusations. Yeah, kind of. It's gross. Ben has been associating with pretty questionable types. I never associated with him. I just paid him. But okay, that's up to you.
Yeah. Then there's something about Lamentations.
Yeah, apparently they also wanted him to take down a video about Lamentations. Apparently, it's still there.
Oh, this is heartbreaking. So I guess this is heartbreaking. There was one that saying that his heart is broken. Okay. Let's carry on. It wasn't that important.
This says that it's disappointing. Yes, of course. Very sad. I'm very sad.
I kind of think the way how they at the same time shit on him is also they're always waiting to attack someone. As soon as they
Well, he wasn't fast enough.
Yeah.
Even if he was fast enough, they would have called him a Nazi as well. Well, probably not a Nazi, but associated.
Okay. I think they were. I knew they were conservatives. Oh.
Actually, we are not. But anyway, that's.
And really seem overly concerned about wokeism. Yes, we are.
We are.
But I never seen evidence that they were neo-Nazis. Is there any? Thank you. I would like to.
So, yes, we are neo-Nazis. This is my answer. We are concerned about wokeism because, yes, the destruction of Western civilization is something that concerns me a bit. Just a bit.
Not everything you don't like is a Nazi, so
So
that's a normal
Leslie,
person.
kind
Yeah.
of a normal person here, though it's someone on
Ah, I
Reddit.
like this one. Wait. From their website. They went to
Oh yeah.
take. That is fun. And
Okay,
we are
so
going into Reddit, so you don't have to.
within the unforgiving world, well, this is an excerpt. They,
Yes.
this guy was annoyed because there's a sentence that says defying conventional morality and societal expectations, blah blah blah. This one is concerned because the
What
Meet
is
the
the
Crew,
hero? Yes.
yeah, the anti-hero stuff, and there's a guy who talks about Clint Eastwood movies, and yes, at least this one understood what it was about. The Meet the Crew section is so fun. This is where we introduce people that have been working with us. They are bragging about how politically incorrect they are and how they battle the woke mind virus. Who wants to listen to this shit when we're playing D&D? Well, first of all, we're not playing D&D. Second, it's a section about people in the website, and I have no idea what the fuck you mean. Basically,
Well, I
that.
mean, what I think is funny is that the wokes they keep saying how they are activists
Yeah,
about death,
exactly.
blah blah blah, and that's great.
Careful there, as endorsing LGBT lifestyles was considered to be defying conventional morality and societal expectations a lot long ago. Yeah, no, it's not.
No,
Now
no.
it's,
I mean, I'm going to say that my no, but in Bastards, even when I first wrote it, they don't forget the guy that was mad with us because of the cunilingus.
yes, the
So
head guy, yes.
so yeah, sometimes I have characters that are LGBT. No, no T, just LGBT.
Just
We are
LGBT.
always villains, but we
Yeah,
also have T characters there. Yes, you have
yeah.
Sister
Once or
Sister
twice,
Pride.
Sister Pride is a very famous guy in a dress. Well, guy in a habit.
Then you have our friend Nia Orlando.
Nyarlathotep. Okay, so this guy is the Portuguese dude.
And yes, we're gonna have to understand. I hope he gets, if he sees this video, that he enjoys it very much. Uh, you don't care about him, but it's just because he's Portuguese.
Yeah, of course, we have to talk about
We
this.
have a
And not,
backstory. We have to talk about this.
and not just because he's Portuguese, also because this guy, which in spite of being Portuguese, we don't really hang out with the Portuguese players or gamers or the community. So we don't really know them. We know a few, but not that many. So we never had an interaction with this guy until we heard about the time he was reviewing or basically making fun of some of our stuff, which
The
was
first
the
edition of
first edition
Bastards.
of Bastards,
It's
yes,
actual
and
Holocaust
yeah,
because they were free. So it was after we won the award and were lost the award. So he got there and he went
yeah. I
to
think it was after we lost
the
it,
free books.
I
Yes,
believe.
so we could make some reviews of that.
Yeah, so someone told me because obviously I was not on that Discord channel. Friend of mine told me that the guy was making fun of us there and doing very nasty jokes. Not just him. Actually,
Well, the thing is,
he was not the nasty one. He was just entertaining the crowd.
yeah, he was the jester, is that they call
Yeah,
entertaining.
so he was pretending to be polite. That's something that he keeps on doing. He likes to pretend to be polite. He's not obviously, but he tries to pretend to be polite. But people who do this kind of thing are obviously not
I
polite.
mean, people that are polite don't go talk.
Exactly. Well, people are
Discuss.
polite. Don't go to Reddit because Reddit
Yes,
is a.
exactly.
But anyway, let's read this part because I think this is funny, and we'll have to comment on this because this is this version of events. Some things are true, some things are not.
Some are true. Well, it's his truth, part of
Yeah,
it.
it's his truth, of course. So there was a big discussion in the Portuguese RPG community about this. Red Room is Portuguese, not actually about this, but about us. He was offered a prize for his contributions to the Portuguese RPG community, mainly because he sells well outside of Portugal, which is a rare thing for Portuguese designers. Yeah, it's kind of true because Portuguese game designers usually do not write in English; they write in Portuguese.
And
So
they don't exist. I
it
mean,
kind of well, most people just keep on improving their game and they never release it. He received the prize,
I
and then some days
don't
later,
like that he's talking him. I mean, it should be a we.
yeah, he's talking about me,
It's
but
very misogynist from his perspective.
He received the prize. Well, we received the prize, and then some days later, his anti-trans posts were found. There were people who were very shocked. Oh my God, shocked, shocked! I tell you.
Clutching pearls.
And the prize was taken from him.
Not
From my,
physically, because I didn't allow
he
it.
didn't. Yeah. So we kept the fucking crow. It's back there. There was well, we were unawarded. There was a lot of whining from both sides in Facebook or maybe Twitter and Discord groups. Well,
Well, we didn't
I
whine.
didn't,
It was
wasn't
a
really
bit
in
here
whining.
and
I couldn't care less about having the award taken from us, except
we
that I
made
had
fun
to.
of them and said that they were stupid because I mean, maybe
Yeah,
they
well,
should have checked us
there
before. They gave
basically
an
there were
award to people they
arguments. There
didn't
were
check.
yeah, there were a few trolls there, and we had some arguments, and I kept insulting them because that's what I do to woke people usually, or well, at least when they are around me. Um, so that was basically it. But it's until this part is kind of
Yeah.
true, I would say. Um, okay, so where am
Okay,
I?
my
Oh,
opinion
okay.
about the whole thing was simple. They gave him the prize for the wrong reasons. His stuff is very low quality and rather sordid. And I have the impression the only reason he was awarded was because of his success outside of the country. That is true.
Yeah,
They, it
he
wasn't
probably
even
doesn't
because we
know.
sell a lot. It's because we published a lot of books and the guys were
Yeah.
impressed.
They did. I'm very sure. Obviously, no one told us that. I'm not sure if he knows or not. I can say I know, but I know because they never read anything. They probably never even looked at a website. They just awarded because we had lots of releases, and the other guy who could win the award had won the award in the year
Year
before,
before.
and it would be kind of ridiculous to award the same person all the time. Though if the prize was still did still exist, they would probably have to award the same person every year. Or maybe they would award him, Mr. Orlando. Maybe that's why he's angry about us. We destroyed the award and he never won it.
Yeah, he was nominated that year, right? I think he was also nominated.
I don't think
The year we
so.
won. No, but he had been
No,
nominated
he had been
previously.
nominated, but he was nominated not by something that he published, because he only published later, after this controversy. Um, he had been nominated as a game organizer or something like that. Not for something he wrote, but for something he was doing with people.
Something
Okay.
was doing the people's sides. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Well, I don't know.
likewise, the prize was revoked for the wrong reasons. His opinions on trans people were not explicit in his RPG work, at least that is, he got that right. And to be honest, they were trolling and pet taste jokes. Nothing like in the incitations to violence. Nothing that I would recommend, but nothing criminal either. I just love it. I mean, I'm really relieved that he says that we're not
Yeah.
criminal.
Yeah, he's being very supportive of us,
Yes.
saying that we are just stupid people, but we are not criminals. Okay, that's good. Good to know. In any case, at the time I decided to read some of his stuff and review it. No, not
He
actually
picked up
review
the
it.
shit, he picked up the free stuff.
Yeah, so he picked up the free stuff and made fun of it, not review it. The scenario that got him expelled from drive-through, that's not true. That's not true. Anyway,
Yes.
he doesn't know. Was essentially a ripoff of Hellraiser. Okay, it's not a ripoff when you say it is inspired by, but
Yes, it's a homage.
anyway,
Yes.
that's just a detail. With a lot of details about the state of the bodies of the victims after being raped to death by his Cenotype ripoffs. Again, not
Cenobite.
ripoffs.
Yes.
Um,
And I was the one
the
that
problem
wrote.
with that, that's a horror scenario.
Yes, and I mean I love those descriptions. I think it was I was the one that wrote them, right? Or you wrote them first, and then you said Sylvia made them more disgusting.
Yes, exactly.
And
Because
I did
I'm not good with those details
clinical
about,
descriptions.
technical
Yes.
details about
Oh, the
the
scenario was
scenario was more than violent rape murder scenes in city bars with prostitutes and porn actors in the mix. Not actually that, but that's a very small part of the setting. But anyway,
yeah. I mean that
he
is. I
read
mean
the part he
it's
wanted.
playing in his head because
Yeah, probably.
we played it twice and there was no prostitutes and almost no.
There was a call girl.
No. When you play it,
Oh yeah, well, she was a call girl, but she wasn't. She wasn't. Well, she was there because she was a witness or a possible
I mean, yes, but this is the fun thing because what he wrote he read the scenario. So what he saw the list of the other people that are part of the club. Some of them are call girls, and that the demons will come back again and kill other
This
people.
is an interesting. There's an interesting thing to be analyzed here because at the same time he's calling us right wingers, not neo Nazis, but right wingers. He's saying that we are
Conservatives.
glorifying these people or something. No, these are distasteful and disgusting people, and we're not glorifying them. They're just characters, and this is a horror scenario, and they are supposed to be at least bloody. Not always, of course, if you can avoid that. But no, this is a guy who is writing right now scenarios for Call of Cthulhu, and this is what he writes about a just because there are bodies or whatever. I'm not sure if he's writing horror games. I'm not sure he is. He's probably writing child stuff. Okay, I thought it was pathetic and of terrible bad taste, with tons of bad AI art. Well, okay, this is the first version. It improved much more.
But the devil, some of them that were bad, you actually made them bad on purpose, right? Because you get
Yeah,
nitty
they were kind
little
of.
stuff.
Yeah, they were very weird at the time. It was what we could do with it. I wrote a rather sarcastic review of it in Discord. Yeah, well, you call it sarcastic. I would call it something else, but anyway. I read then is wretched fantasy setting. Essentially a very basic OSR, where you have to play scum with specific, no, not scum, anti-heroes, it's what it's called, with specific rules for inter-race xenophobic bonus. This is so funny. Xenophobic bonuses. Rules for sexually transmittable diseases. Well, they are there, yes. And encounter tables for visits to prostitutes. Random harlot encounter tables. But there are many other things there, many other tables, and there have been many other tables since the first version. Carrots have since replaced alignment rules, and these are used to instigate PCs to bad deeds. The first time I actually saw a game that has rules specifically designed to turn players into murder hosts.
No, you have rules exactly there to stop them from doing that.
Well, it doesn't. It just plays Call of Cthulhu, I guess. So it's the only thing he knows. Moreover, lots of crappy AI art. I don't think there was.
There was no AI art on that book. The first
Yeah, if it
version
was
of
the
that,
first one, there was no.
it was all stock art.
And long text about why it's great to play Wretched characters. Scumbag.
It's the beginning. So
No.
you wrote a paragraph and I wrote a paragraph. Two paragraphs are a long text.
And now the system is kind of crap, but it works. Oh yeah, of course. You have to say that your system is the best one ever, because that's what Portuguese game designers do. They masturbate metaphorically around a table, discussing how good they are or how wonderful they are, and
How
then they
smart
slap
they
each
are.
other. They not slap, but that's not what I wanted to say. No, they congratulate each other on how great they are, and then they go on Discord and say they are all scumbags and sons of bitches. Because that's the Portuguese nature. You pretend to be very friendly, but then you go behind their back and you stab them in the back. That's not what we do. Even though we are Portuguese, we are a little less scumbags. But we like to play scumbags. I should call them anti-heroes.
I disliked it a lot, almost in although in a almost so bad it's good sort of way, and wrote another sarcastic review about it.
After that, I saw him writing
The one that we
somewhere.
saw, we didn't saw the one from Sexual Holocaust, I think.
If it started with that one, I don't think. Yeah, I saw some mentions, but not the whole thing. After that, I saw him writing somewhere on social media about how I hated him and how I was leading his detractors. It is not the case. Yes, it was. I just think his stuff reads like the ravings of a teenage edgelord with too much unspent libido. Okay, so this is what the kind of thing they were saying on Discord about us, and it's kind of silly. And that silly old man on the tavern or something also said something like that about men, which I didn't write, so it wasn't about me. But these are very frustrated old people, probably my age, but they feel old because they are spent. And it's kind of silly. They don't understand
They have a
jokes.
hang. They have a weird hang about sex.
Yeah, well, it's when people are like this, they probably they do weird stuff behind the scenes, or they wanted to do weird stuff but never did it, something like that. this is a game, and it's not real life. Now, anyway, let's go on.
Ah, yes.
To summarize, I don't know if he's a neo-Nazi. Yes. He does seem to like to play the victim of wokeness. Well, apparently we are. We are here reading all this, so yeah, I guess. Well, yes. If we say this happened, we are playing the victim. No, this is happening. We are just reading what is happening. My impression of what he wrote is just that it is very tasteless and of very bad quality. Like, take the worst stuff in Lamentations of the Flame Princess, add much messier, incompetent, half-assed OSR mechanics. They're the same mechanics. Replace the good layout and professional art by terrible layout and cringeless, tasteless AI art. And then some STD and rape rules. There are no rape rules.
That's red rules, yeah.
Yeah, just in his mind. And there you have it. On the positive side, he seems to have some good knowledge of cult horror movies and beat generation writers, judging by the references and quotes he had to his books. Oh, glad. He likes my quotes. And then we end with an edit, or two edits. Red Room himself
I haven't seen the edit too.
contacted me on Messenger today to call me a coward little clown. Yes, that's true. Tell me to fuck myself. Well, kind of. That's not exactly what I said, but it was in Portuguese, so yeah. And accused me of cancel culture, to which I pointed out that I just don't like his stuff. Didn't personally accuse him of anything. Then he blocked me. Yeah, he was starting to. He seemed to be wanting to start a conversation. I didn't really want to. I just wanted to say, well, I saw that.
Just the thing that he jumped on Reddit. Yes, I know who these people are. Let me show so we
Yeah,
can get votes on Reddit. How
yeah.
about that?
I sent him a screenshot of this, and they were saying, "Oh man, are you really?" And I was like, "This happened 2 years ago, and this motherfucking can't." And he pretends that I am doing something weird. Go fuck yourself. This reminds me when the Democrats were calling JD Vance weird
Weird.
when
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have that pedophile piece of.
This guy, this guy is weird.
It's exactly the same thing. Okay, so Edit 2 repeated the performance public on Twitter. Well, he came after us. This time he threatened to beat the crap out of me if he ever sees me.
No,
Yeah,
we did. That's not what you said. You said if you saw him,
yeah.
you
If
would
if
beat
I
him.
ever saw you, I
Not
would
yes.
probably punch you or something like that.
It
Yeah,
was
but
yeah.
I'm not sure if I would because he's probably
It's just something that you say. You don't want to
a
touch
whiny
him.
little bitch.
Gross.
And
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to get arrested for beating the crap out of this piece of shit. And I'm sure that if I saw him and I asked him, so
You
let me
would
know what you think about me, he would say something else. He would be much more polite, and then I wouldn't have to beat the crap out of him, because we know how people act on social media, and they wouldn't do that for real. So none of these clowns would and that's not because I'm a menacing person. I'm not. It's just
You're
people don't
not.
do
It's
that.
just something that is something that you say. Yeah. And
No, I'm not talking about this. I'm just saying that all of these clowns wouldn't say these things if they were face to
no.
face with people. And it's not because they are afraid of. So okay, in some cases it's also because they are afraid of getting beaten, but not just that, because people face to face act in a different way, unless they are totally insane. Of course, I've seen videos of people acting insane,
Well,
but
but these people also live inside the internet, so
yeah, they never find anyone because then they never leave home. But well, okay, this was the most interesting comment here. Of course, there are other things. So we are regressive publishers who are closely aligned with the worst elements of. There were some comments here
there
about
are some comments about Pandit and Grim Jim.
There's a guy that says, I'm getting, oh, this is one. My brief look at their website gave me huge Grim Gym vibes. In essence, the crew page seems to indicate that they generally are the type of apolitical that's actually closer to the alt-right than apolitical. And no one said they were apolitical, but anyway.
Yes.
And definitely alt-right. Where have you been living, man? That doesn't exist anymore. What's the alt-right now? And generally pretty
Yeah, we
reactionary.
are pretty reactionary. That's why we're being accused of having too much sex in our games, because that's what reactionary people do.
Yeah, probably. Beyond that, I looked at some reviews of the stuff, and it seems the only thing of interest in their game is that alignment system, blah 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 blah. Okay, the usual stuff. So, what does Green Jim vibes mean? Grim is another controversial publisher. His real name is James Desborough. He did a couple D&D books in third edition. Did he? I don't know. And publishes his own stuff. If you search online, you'll find many controversies related to him. He's a whiny little something in real
that's
life.
true, but
Okay, yeah, I can.
probably I
I
don't
can't
know.
say this is not true. I had the displeasure of knowing him before the publishing stuff. Okay, so this guy is probably British. But Green Jim was rape is gameable, which feels a lot worse than apolitical, light not apolitical. I don't know.
Well, I do agree with Grimm that rape is gameable, but
Yeah, I don't think it
I
was
may
about.
not agree with him in a lot of things. But
So this guy apparently likes Grimm. Has been close to the alt right though, and yeah, he's right about this part. Grimm is almost as woke as you are. He just doesn't agree with you with a couple of things. Okay, so this is not
there was a
interesting.
part when you're talking about Pundit being,
A Nazi.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
but probably cannot find it. That's funny.
let me check this. I watched that review the other night. Blah blah blah. You're a
I mean, I
giant.
don't know how you take with a giant troll. You don't take that you don't spend that much time trolling. Not
No,
compared.
not really. Not really. Okay, so it's here. The recent blog posts include one that make fun of LGBT people in light of the not really. Yeah, okay,
Not,
it includes that, but they are also
not
waving.
LGBT people. Yeah, they're all liberals. They're all liberals.
They are liberals, yes. Their YouTube channel includes a very chummy interview with RPG Pundit.
Very chummy
Even
is
though they,
used, but
well, we are not in the same room, so it's not really chummy. There are also videos ridiculing Kamala Harris and a list of game designers why they supported her, or not videos. There's a video where we mentioned that. Oh, and then there's the stupid stuff. I just learned the phrase association with snuff porn when googling Red Room. Yeah,
these people are so stupid.
you are so stupid, man. There's two possible
This is
references.
what annoys me the most, actually. I would say this when they get to Red Room is a snuff. Jesus.
Now, okay, after this time, I'm really sorry that I chose that name. But yeah. Okay, there's a guy complaining because why are you making videos about Kamala Harris on our Portuguese RP? Well, it's not an RPG, a Portuguese RPG YouTube channel. It's our channel, and we are Portuguese. And it wasn't a video about Kamala Harris. It was a video about stupid fuckers who signed an online site about supporting Kamala Harris.
Quick reminder that the Portuguese began the exclusively African trend of slave trades. That phrase, exclusively African.
If you don't count the Arabs and
Yes.
the Muslims
Well,
in
the
general.
Arabs are in Africa, so
Well, they
pretty
began the
sure
trend.
they use their gaming to filter and accumulate fascist allies. Why else feature Grim Gym and RPG Pundit?
Why else would we would we invite a woke guy like Ninja and a half Jewish man like the Pundit? Yeah, these guys live in a different world. Yes.
Jesus.
Oh, this one is really woke.
Yeah.
You cannot vilify an entire ethnicity.
Well, actually, when they talk about the African trend, do they think Portuguese are Africans?
I don't
Does
know.
he
No,
think
Portuguese.
Portuguese are Africans?
Portuguese began.
Exclusively African trends. That is strange.
He's calling us every
Yeah.
Portuguese is a fascist, I guess. So there's a guy doing some don't buy the RAM products. Okay, I think that's fine. There's a guy that's unsubbed because it made him sad.
Made him sad, poor thing.
And I think they are talking about the guy. Not now. Oh, we are an insufferable duo who rely on being a victim to sell their products, which makes them no different than the woke they despise. This is
That's
specifically well,
the Grim Jim fan, right?
yeah. Well, we do things, we publish things unlike the woke, which is kind of different. Okay, so we wasted too much time on Reddit, and
Yeah.
I try not to go there.
Don't go there anymore.
unless well, maybe unless something like this happens again. So okay, this is our and I think this is the end of this because
Yeah, there's no
we were
point
refunded.
talking about this.
So I assume he made an apology and explained that
I had
we
no
have been
idea how bad
refunded.
we are, but
Yeah,
yes, he gives us
and now
our
we're
money
refunded, so
back. And
it's everything should be all right, which is
oh, yeah,
obviously a
all right.
mistake.
So
Which is obviously a mistake, which he shouldn't have made because now he apologized and now he said he refunded money. So now they're going to start um, complaining about other stuff so he can refund everybody that they don't like, which is kind of nice, I guess. Well, who cares?
yeah,
And that's it for today, I think.
yes, that's all. I think we played enough of the victims. Bye bye.